It's my one life, and I give it everything I got. I am music. I am sports. I am the culture. Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy. It's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's all at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. So NBA Youngboy finds himself in Los Angeles federal custody this evening, as unfortunately Youngboy was picked up. Now it does get a little crazy. Apparently Youngboy had an outstanding arrest warrant, and it looks like the feds, obviously looking for Youngboy, pulled him over somewhere. Instead of Youngboy just giving himself up, apparently according to TMZ, Youngboy took off running on foot, tried to get away, but unfortunately because of a police dog, apparently the dog didn't bite Youngboy, but did enough to stop Youngboy or sniff him out and find him wherever he was hiding at. Youngboy was picked up. I'm not even 100% sure who else was in the vehicle with Youngboy, if anybody at all. Apparently there was a gun in the vehicle as well. That's not going to help Youngboy's case. Yeah, we're still figuring out what the heck we have an outstanding arrest warrant for. You know, it is interesting that we just came on this platform, what was that, the end of last week, and we played a clip from Youngboy in which he said, yo, I feel like I'm at a lost place in life right now. And I mean, what, a few days later, this man finds himself in federal custody. I'm not saying either have anything to do with the other, but I do think it's ironic that as soon as Youngboy talks about how lost he is in life right now, a few days later, this man is wanted by the feds and picked up. Don't know what Youngboy could have done. For those wondering right now, to the best of my knowledge, Youngboy is not on paperwork right now. Youngboy is a guy who's been gifted another opportunity, even though he's had a very tumultuous life so far and been involved in a lot of stuff. Youngboy finds himself in pretty good legal circumstances right now, so I will keep you guys up to date when I get more on just what the heck was Youngboy even wanted by the feds for, and how him trying to run will impact his situation. I saw Kodak's right hand Jackboy say, I don't wish jail on nobody, tell them send me they cash app and I'm gonna buy they whole gang a little sandwich while bruh gone, or a hot dog out the gas station. Niggas ain't tripping, however.
Yeah, nah, I ain't happy why you went to jail. Fuck, I'm happy you went to jail for. That was my little bruh at one point. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I'm happy for. You know what I'm saying? We street niggas, that could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I'm happy for. Same as shit.
Let's keep this news break going. Speaking of Youngboy, it's March Madness, ladies and gentlemen. My bracket is done. Maybe yours is doing a lot better. Hopefully it is than mine is. So after a team won a March Madness game, they went into the locker room. Take my word for it, because of copyright, I can't play it. But the team was bumping some NBA Youngboy. But they were doing Project Baby's little two-step that Kodak brought to the game a few years ago. It's a little bop. That is that Kodak bop. Give him credit for that. So Kodak Black's credit tour continues. Every time a young artist has some success, Kodak Black finds a way online to say, well, actually, I did that. I'm the reason why Cardi B's successful. I'm the reason why Megan's winning Grammys. And I'm the reason why the coaches are playing NBA Youngboy and vibing out to him in the locker room, because they're doing my dance. He dropped under the post, taking credit once again, saying, but they're doing my dance even though they're listening to Youngboy. It is worth noting that Kodak Black has since deleted his Instagram account. Not 100% sure if that was the specific reason why Kodak deleted his IG account. I do know the Project Baby over the weekend was talking to Lil Pump, and he was like, yo, I ain't really feeling your acrylic nails.
Hey, what's up, Lil Pump? I'm mad at you, Lil Bruh. Don't be doing all that fingernail polish bullshit, man. Leave that for Lil Yachty, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit, Lil Pump. See, when Lil Yachty do that shit, he be like, oh no. And when you do that shit, Lil Pump, it's like you serious. You know what I'm saying? Stop that shit, Lil Pump. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you up on shit. What you say, Zach?
You gotta stop that shit, little punk.
What's
You
up?
don't think you're a little punk.
We know that. And Leotti cutting through it and laughing. What you call Start.
I don't know what's going on with Kodak right now. Hopefully he gets off the hater vibe wave. It ain't a good look for Kodak because he's a guy that's been given another opportunity, and hopefully he gets more appreciative and drops us some dope music, bruh. He posted a couple of days ago that he said he got like 120 songs in the tuck that he recorded since he's came home, bruh. I want to hear music. I don't want to see Kodak online hating on other artists. The next 3 videos are going to pertain to artists being hated on, by the way, by fans who are clearly pissed at their money being taken for granted. The 2 back in blood rappers, hottest in the game right now, Lil Durk and Shiesty, were both in Dallas, Texas, and unfortunate things happened at both of their shows that obviously were out of their control. Durk had a show in Dallas, a shooting took place, and unfortunately somebody or a couple people actually lost their life. Prayers to that family. I'm gonna send one up for real once we get off here. That's a terrible situation. You're going out to try to have a good time, and then the night ends in a deadly shooting. So fans were obviously pissed that the show was obviously done after that. Durk was seen leaving with his team. Obviously, he's a multi-million-dollar rapper, and apparently a fan opted to direct some of their energy of how frustrated they were with how the night was going at Durk.
Sister, pussy, long live Duck. I know white. Bitch ass nigga. Long live Duck. That boy Dark security be on point.
On God, security on alert, nigga. You hear me, nigga? Why? Car movie.
He right there with that nigga, nigga.
Durk said the internet undefeated. Blogs make niggas look like killers out here and be real bitches. Don't believe no stories about me because niggas know better in person. Y'all got the net. Also, Shiesty was in Dallas, Texas, and apparently his show got rescheduled to the next day. Again, another fan who clearly spent some of his hard-earned money was upset and opted to air out Shiesty.
Nigga Shiesty bitch ass and he would show up. Somebody gonna be up here tomorrow. Nigga liable to whoop his whole ass. Well, they got some bitches in this hoe, boy. Cow.
Listen, hey, find me that nigga who recorded this video so I can smack the shit out of him tonight. And a couple of mofos who trying to take shit serious and shit. Like, y'all ain't doing no repeating what y'all see the motherfuckers saying. Shut the fuck up.
It's a tough one. I gotta be real with y'all because for me, I don't just post. I also don't run like an Instagram account for news, but I don't just necessarily post when a fan says something. To me, it doesn't become a story until the artist responds, right? Like if a fan just goes online and says, look at this dude, he a bitch ass dude, you see him out in public, I'm not posting that. But it becomes news to me when the artist decides to hop on whatever, their Instagrams, their stories, and respond to it. So that's what happened. You know, it is a news story. It's tough though, because we're essentially rewarding fans for doing stuff. Clearly, Shiesty didn't hear the man call him out his name, or Durk didn't hear that man call him out his name. So for somebody to act like they get some type of cool points for saying that, knowing that Durk can't hear him or Shiesty can't hear him, like, it's kind of whack. It really is whack. If I were an artist, I wouldn't say nothing in response, because for me, I can speak for my outlet. I wouldn't pick it up until the artist responds. That's when it becomes a news story. And here's a follow-up to a story we discussed over the weekend. Quavo and Saweetie have been on everybody's mind because the couple is no longer. Truthfully, I didn't even realize this was that big a deal in the culture, but it apparently is. Apparently, according to Saweetie, Quavo cheated on her. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what she's claiming online. The two went back and forth on social media. We kind of talked about this last week. She said, I'm single. I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes for a false narrative to be circulating that degrades my character. Presents don't band-aid scars, and the love isn't real when the intimacy is given to another woman. I emotionally checked out a long time ago and have walked away with a deep sense of freedom and peace. Excited for this new chapter. Quavo responded saying, I know you want to make this into a show, so I'll play my part just this one time. I don't normally put my business out there, especially my personal life. I feel the need to address this so there are no false narratives. I had love for you and disappointed you did all that. You are not the woman I thought you were. I am wishing you nothing but the best. Saweetie said, take care. If you let me, here's what I do. Take care. Yeah, that's, yeah. Apparently the aunties then got involved into this one, the cousins, all that stuff. You know how family do. Family gonna do what family gonna do. They gonna ride for theirs on both sides. A fake story did go out, though, that Quavo had repoed. He had took back a vehicle that he had bought for Saweetie. According to Quavo's reps, that is a false story. That never happened, all right? Maybe you that level of petty, maybe I'm that level of petty, but apparently Quavo, multi-million-dollar rapper, one of the biggest groups we've ever seen. He's 1/3 of it in Amigos. According to the Quavo's reps, he did not take any vehicle back from Saweetie that he purchased for her in the past. I'm wishing them nothing but the best. Come on, y'all know how social media do. They mad for 2 minutes, they get back together, they break up. Come on now. Why would we get involved in that and give our opinions on something like that? That ain't for us to discuss. I don't know Quavo that well. I've interviewed him like 3 or 4 times, but I do know a lot of people around Quavo. I do that Quavo Huncho Day in Lawrenceville. I've gotten to know some people that have told me some really good stories about Quavo. So hey, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm sure I'll be seeing him in a few months at Huncho Day. So hey, I don't get involved in the relationships like that. So I got a kick out of this one. I don't know a lot about Derrick Jaxn. I do not follow relationship guys on social media. I don't follow Justin LaBoy. I don't know nothing about that. I don't listen to guys giving me relationship advice online. I don't care who it is. If you're branding yourself, I'm happy for you. Do you? I'm not in it. I'm just not really into people telling you what you should do in your relationship. They don't know your situation. They don't know your story. They don't know what's going on. I stay out of people's relationships. That's what I do around here. But obviously, other people have branded themselves off that. So a gentleman by the name of Derrick Jaxn, who apparently is one of these people, he be online telling you what you should do with your girl, what you should do with your guy, giving you advice, telling you all the right things to do. Apparently, bro wasn't living like that, all right? Over the weekend, he let it be known that, you know, him and his wife are going through some things after he admitted that he cheated on her. And then he tried to backpedal and said he was separated. Again, I don't know. I don't even care about that part of it. But what I did find interesting was the fact that Derrick Jaxn in the past had called out Pastor John Gray after his transgressions with his wife. Now, I come for this type of petty right here. So first off, let's play some clips from Derrick Jaxn. He's on aisle 3 doing a cleanup job with his lady. And then I want to show y'all this pettiness that I love from Pastor John Gray.
More importantly, because again, this ain't about him, what is the price that any woman can expect to have to pay for trying to love a broken man? What scars is she still dealing with to this day that may never heal? And if no scars, then just in that 8-year time span of trying to love you and raise you and give birth to you as a man, what would you say she risked resorting to? Because she already had her own battles to fight, but here she is fighting yours because you didn't get them to a point where you didn't need her to fight your battles for you or cover you in the places that you still needed healing. Like, that's how the conversation should have went. And I say that because these days we have this habit in one form or another, whether we're praising a ride or die chick for enduring all this shit and now she a real one because she did, we have this habit of glorifying dysfunction and toxicity at the hands of a man while simultaneously using that as a measurement stick of the worth of a woman. And the another part that got to me, man, when I heard them say, you know what, there's a difference between, basically, I'm paraphrasing here, between a woman that's a lid and a covering. In which I agree with. It was poetic and romantic. I love that. That's cool. We're going to make that distinction between a woman that can propel you towards your destiny versus a woman that can stunt your growth or keep you from that. But in reference to the type of man that he's describing, a man that, when a woman comes to only love him, he exchanges what would have been 8 years of a healthy, fulfilling relationship that poured into her, helped her grow, and instead gave her 8 years of raising his already 30-something-year-old grown ass. It sounds to me like, no disrespect, he was the lid. And the reason why I'm making this point, the reason why I'm wanting to emphasize this, is because as people who have overcome their past, it's not our responsibility to have a pretty past or to go back and change it, but we do have a responsibility to do right by that past by, in recounting it, making sure that we correct the misunderstanding that we once had for those listening to us, for the next generation, shortening that learning curve. Instead of reinforcing that misunderstanding, which in this case is the expectation of a woman exclusively to be put through hell in order to receive heaven from a man that she loves. And that's what I...
Question.
Yeah.
And I like that question from Shade Room. Perfectly justifiable question. Why did you feel the need to call out John Gray when you were doing the same? Is there an explanation? All right. So I do want to answer that. That's from the Shade Room. Thank you, Shade Room, for that question. When I called out John Gray, let me be very clear. Anything that I did, calling anybody out, especially if I aimed it at the person and not the actions, the person, and not condemning just what was done to hurt somebody else, anything that I did was out of alignment. It was prideful. It was egotistical. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I've taken that video down off my YouTube, and I did that last year when I first got humbled. Now, when it came to John Gray, I don't want to make a separation because ultimately we're not different from each other. My sin is not greater than his, any of that stuff. When I called out John Gray, the first video was he's saying this as if it's a good thing. There's nothing good about what I'm doing. He was saying my wife is a covering for me. She gave birth to me and it was unable or something like that. There's nothing good about me having my wife come up here for the first time on a video with me because my past is caught up to me. My like the things I did last year and before that have blown up. So my whole message in that video was, okay, you did your dirt. You did what you did, but don't glorify it. Don't in any way encourage anybody else, glamorize it as this is just a part of whatever. If it's dirt there, skeletons in your closet, you make the best of it or whatever you got to do to learn from it because we're all human. And I actually said that part. And I may actually need to go ahead and unarchive it or whatever. I actually said that part. Man, we all got to pass. Past ain't pretty. But don't make this like this is something to do. Okay, so that was I don't know which video you're talking about, by the way, because the second video was him and his wife. And then I still was like, look, I don't want no issues, man. Then the third one, John Gray. And he was going at the church talking about this strange woman. No. His wife was saying this strange woman. I put holy water on this strange woman. I personally felt like that was manipulation. I personally felt like putting everything on the women and not on John Gray was manipulation to a church and playing organs and stuff like that. Again, from a place of pride, it's so easy to call out somebody else whenever you got your own situation. I'm not sure I was having sex with other women at that time, by the way. I have not been having sex the entire marriage. I've had at least some connection with somebody I've had sex with the entire marriage. Just not much of a difference, but let me be very clear. What John Gray was stepping out doing this, I wasn't doing that at that time. Nevertheless, I've done it before, and I have no place to sit there and judge the person. So if I did that, that was wrong. That was out of alignment. That was clown behavior, egotistical. But yeah, that's for Shade Room. I think that was
Pastor John Gray said, "Hey, Derrick, you remember when I responded to your words about me? Remember when I posted videos about you? Neither do I. To be clear, I've slept with one woman in my life, my wife. But does that not absolve me of the wrong I've do? Any interactions or communications with any woman was wrong. My failures are mine, and I have to go through and continue to go through counseling to address the vast empty places that led me to behavior that is antithetical." I ain't never said that word before. "To how I was raised and what I believe. I've learned in life that everyone gets a turn. When it was mine, I didn't." Oh, here comes another one that I ain't never said before. Listen to this, y'all. "I didn't obfuscate my wrong by addressing what I knew about others. I kept others' names out of my mouth. Maybe it would be wise for you to do the same. Derrick, one more thing. I sincerely pray for you and your family to heal. I know how people throw you away. I will never do that to another man. What was done to me. May you receive the grace I didn't receive from others. May you rise to be a better man. One moment will not define your life. Let me tell y'all something. I am here for pettiness like that. I love that type of petty. Yo, you called me out when I had my transgressions. You branded off of me when I got caught up with my lady. Then you go get caught up with your lady. Now I'm gonna come back and say, yo, I ain't gonna call you out. I ain't gonna say you are a liar, you are a cheater, you are a bad representation of a man. All I'm gonna say is, look, remember when I was going through that and you, instead of minding your own business, you hopped into mine and called me all these different names. By the way, y'all see, I ain't say nothing about John Gray and I ain't say nothing about Derrick Jaxn in that type of way, because I know I'm human and I can make a mistake. So I do like, though, this type of petty with John Gray saying, come on, man. You see how you did me? I ain't gonna do you like that, but I'm gonna get petty with you for a second, though. I'm gonna let you know what you did was just as wrong as me. I'm not better than you. You not better than me. You gonna get this pettiness, though. You gonna get it. I gotta give it to you. Since you gave it to me, you called me out and thought you was on a higher horse than me. I'm gonna give it to you. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment box below. What did we learn in this news break? I think we've learned that you shouldn't run from the feds when they got police dogs. You probably shouldn't call out rappers when they can't hear you, because some of them dudes is for real and they will find out who you are. In relationships, maybe you should repo your car. If you and your significant other break up, maybe you shouldn't. I'm probably gonna take the car back. And then we've also learned to not knock others when they're down, because your time is coming. I think this was a very productive news break. How do y'all feel about it? Let me know in the comment box below. I thank you guys so much for the time, love, and support. I think we're doing a giveaway really, really soon. Probably episode 30, we're going to do a giveaway. All right, so stay tuned for that. I'm out. Catch 4 new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at itsmrtaliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at itsmrtaliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at HoopsFERRO, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at HoopsFERRO as well.